Michigan impossible, parallel to incredible, physically untouchable, visibly unobtainable. Michigan impossible, parallel to incredible, physically untouchable.
Yo, what up?
There you go. There you go. What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
It's good to see you, Patty.
Good to see you too, man. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I just sorry I was late. I was rushing around. I had a few things I needed to finish up. But we're all finished with that and I'm here. So please forgive me, all the viewers. Please forgive me.
No problem. No problem. No problem. Excuse me. So tell everybody who you are, what it is you do, y'all. He awesome. That's all I gotta say. Go for it.
Well, thank you, Patty.
You're welcome.
So I'm Lucio. I'm a singer rapper. I just would consider myself an artist. I'm a writer as well. It's, as far as music goes, I feel like at where I'm at in my career and with my life, I feel like I can do anything. You know what I mean? So really put me to a task and I'll be able to pick it up. At least I think I can. So, I haven't fallen short yet, at least too short. So I think I'm cool right now. But I'm an artist. I'm
Right.
also I'm a stylist. I do hair, and I got my master's in that. I've owned a few businesses. Close friend of Patty's as well, so that's probably top on the list.
No doubt.
And I try to be as cool as I see myself in my mind.
Well, you are pretty cool and awesome cat to hang out with. I love hanging out with you, homie. All right,
for sure.
So Rome is from Monroe, Michigan, and I've actually had the chance. I think I did Joe. I'm not sure if I've done Joe yet. No, I don't think I have, but I have. You guys were paying attention. And a couple of weeks ago, we interviewed his dad, Mr. Frankie Biggs.
Frankie Biggs.
That's his son, and the apple don't fall from the tree. Frankie dope, so Rome got to be dope. So and Rome is dope. So y'all just know that's how they got. They just
hey,
Morel got it going on, y'all. Mr. Challenger cast that's there that I got to meet them all. They individually can hold their own. As groups, they dope as hell. I can't wait for you guys, for the world to hear what these cats have to bring, especially this one.
Shout out to Monroe.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And I've had the lovely, awesome opportunity to work with this cat on a song that will be featured on my album. Hopefully, maybe his too. But we definitely worked on a banger for you guys.
Absolute banger. Listen, let me say this. I don't mean to interrupt you, Patty.
Go ahead, man.
Listen, the song that we did is so fire. I'm not gonna tell you anything I can't tell you, and I've noticed she hasn't said anything. So we ain't saying nothing, but I will tell you that it's fire. It's incredible. I can't wait. It's gonna be dope. And it's a real serious song. It's sexy. It's strong. It's powerful. It's well written. Hats off to you for being one of the most incredible writers in the game.
Well, thank you.
And I'm happy I can be on a song with you. I'm honored.
Oh,
so yes, we got something coming soon. Wait till you guys hear it.
And we're gonna work on a new one. So y'all just don't know. Y'all ain't gonna know what to do. But oh my gosh, she warned us. Like we did. We warned you guys.
That's true. That's true.
So Rom gave you a little bit about him, and so I'm gonna give you a perspective from me being around and working with him. And it started off with that song, but it actually started off maybe like a year or two before that. I met him at his manager's house in the garage. And I was like, yo,
in the garage.
Yeah, in the garage. And as Jesse say, the back cave. And he's like, hey, here's Rome. And Rome was like, hi. He was all shy with, being a gentleman or whatever. Yeah, I do music.
I don't remember the story going that way.
I know, it It was like, yeah, so I've heard a lot about you, Patty. And he showed me.
I did.
I mean, y'all, I think we went through every song he ever did in his life. It was in that short amount of time in the garage. And I'm like, wow, this dude is dope, dog, whatever. And, I had a Grammy. I'm like, what? You got a Grammy? Oh my God. I think I love him.
My dad, for the record, is a 2-time Grammy winner.
That's right.
So that's what she's talking about. For the people if you didn't watch, that's what she's talking about. Not to be misconstrued. I don't have a Grammy.
Right. But that wasn't how he said it to me. I'm just letting y'all know that wasn't how he said it. He was like, I got a Grammy, and I was like, oh. So then later on, I got the backstory how the Grammy came about, and whatever. But still, he's part of that project.
Yeah, I
You
really
made that Grammy though, so don't
yeah,
take yourself too
all of
far
that.
from it. You know, you on that
Okay.
song. So okay, you did. You was on the song.
No, what I said was, I remember now. I
Oh,
said I have a gold record.
oh, is that what you said? Okay.
Yes, that's why I'm confused. So no, my dad has the Grammys. I have
Okay.
a digital gold record, and that's on the song with Dahlia Chi. It took me a
Okay.
second to rock with you because I was like, where's she going? I really don't know. I'm lost. Gold record, gold record. I don't have a Grammy. I never
Right.
said I had a Grammy, but I will have a Grammy. You can quote me on that.
Now, I was gonna go to where it was going to be explained that no, he doesn't have. I'm gonna explain all that wrong. Don't worry. I'll just give you the
Okay.
story of how it came about. But boom, boom. So, but yeah, you know, so we're down, and I'm like, oh man, you know, he dope, you know. So then I'll never see him again, you know, because it's Monroe, you know, it's like 50.
It is weird.
50 hours away,
is.
or whatever, to get there. So, you know.
Yeah, we're far. We're kind of far.
Yeah, they far. So, but it's worth the drive every time. I don't care what y'all say. So, I'm working on my album. I'm trying to get it done, and I come across this track from one of my producers, and I said, "Man, I gotta find the right person for this track." And Rome instantly came in my head, and we meet up, and one thing I talked to, do we talk on the text or on the phone or whatever? And then I remember you just telling me to come up there and we just sit and work on it.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah.
What we were gonna do was I called you, I believe.
Yeah, I think you called me.
We were talking about what we wanted to do, or what your album had, and about maybe one day we could do a song or something.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of just like, because you had surprised me with that track. Did you send it to me? You sent it to me beforehand?
Yeah.
Or did you show it to me then?
No, I think
I sent it before. You sent it before.
Mm-hmm.
So you sent me the track, and I remember hearing that, and to me it just was so dope. In fact, because that was when my studio was at the other spot.
Uh-huh.
And I remember we sat there for a minute after you did come up, and we were listening to it, and we had like a mini writing session.
Yeah.
But we ended up we didn't do anything to it.
No.
We waited a while, but the writing session was cool because, just a little insight on this song for you guys, the way that we did this song, it's kind of a back and forth. You know what I mean? It's like a conversation, more than it's like, here's the hook and here's the 3 verses. You know what I mean? It's not structured. It's not even structured like that. We definitely throw it back and forth to each other. So it's a real collaboration. You know what I mean? Definitely on her album, and I'm happy to be there. And it's just an amazing tune, really amazing tune. And both of us, I think, showed extreme vocal ability, and writing ability, because this thing. I mean, anyone, and it hasn't been many people, just the people in my team, or people close to me. If I let them hear a sample of this, they're always begging for more. You know what I mean? Because this song is just, it really, it's tangible. There's something to it. You know what I mean? So hats off to you, because it was your whole idea. So I'm just happy to be part of it.
Well, thank you. But it's important when you ask somebody to be on something that person has it, and you have it. You have, like, nope, I know he can do this. I've heard his voice, So no, thank hats off to you to be able to get on it, because you've heard songs, you'd be like, man, why they put that person on that song? You know what I'm saying? And it don't be a good fit. I mean, no, you were definitely a perfect match to be the counterpart to this song. So I'm ecstatic. And I can't wait. Right now, you guys, we are working on a dope ass music video for this, and hopefully we can get that done. Maybe springtime. We can drop it maybe in springtime for 2022.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. But I've watched this guy in the studio. He's meticulous. He's talented. He has an ear. And even just in that songwriting session, it was just certain things. I try to do something. He go, no, try this. I hear it in your voice. You can do this. So he was real instrumental in helping arrange the lyrical.
Because you have that soul, that late 80s, early 90s, just that authenticness that's real, and it comes from you. And when I heard you singing, man, you blew me away. I couldn't believe how talented you were. And I know this is starting to sound like me and her are just talking about how amazing each other are. But realistically, even when we hang out outside of this, when I kick it with Patty, or we go and we whatever, as artists, you link up every once in a while. It's random. Sometimes I'll see Patty at the club, you know what I mean? Or sometimes, you know what I mean? It's always random, but every time that we get to talking, at one point, no matter what and how long the conversation goes, it always goes to how amazing each other are. And it's and the thing is it's crazy because I really don't give credit easily. I am meticulous, like she said. I really am gonna sit and listen, and I'm nobody to say that or feel that way, but this is how I am. And so the way that I am, when I see another artist or I hear another artist, I can sit there and tell you you're dope. I can whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, you know what you really like and what you don't. And just because someone's dope doesn't mean you rock with that.
Exactly.
She's dope and I rock with that. You know what I mean? Like, so, and that's just real. Like, and really, like, I've been surprised. I had when Patty went to Barcelona, I don't know if she said anything about this yet in the interview with my dad. But you know, I was very excited to be able to, because she was out there and I had just left and I got people there. So I was like, why don't you go hit these certain spots? So one of the spots she hit, actually, I was hoping mainly more than anything, we were shooting for her to shoot to Biggs's house, my dad's house. And when she did, I told my dad before she got there, because, you know, he doesn't know her, she doesn't know him. And I'm kind of just like, I want you guys to meet. Like, it's important to me. And he was like, well, what's going on? I said, she's really one of the most talented people I know. And not only that, the vibe that she gives off and just the energy that is PJ Dakota, I'm a fan. And my dad was like, let's see what's up then. And now, I mean, clearly, if you saw the last interview, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Two weeks ago?
Like yeah, about that 2 weeks.
If it was 2 episodes ago, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, it was 3 episodes ago. It was 3, because it was Biggs, then it was from B12, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And then it's that guy.
And then it was Gallo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You see, I've been watching just for the sake of everybody else. I pay attention. I'm paying attention.
There you go.
So but yeah, it's cool. And I guess we can jump off this now, because I've
No, we will. But there's
she's the best.
No, y'all. This the angle of the conversation just goes that way, because that's just how me and him vibe. But the importance of this, and what I really do want people to understand from these interviews, there's a reason why I give these interviews. The world needs to know who artists like you are. And, you know, and I'm not just a host. You know what I'm saying? And she's just a host. You're like, nah, babe, I'm PJ Dakota. Understand what PJ Dakota do, and
PJ Dakota.
And the
list of things you can do under the name.
Right, and the things that I can do, because I be one, but I want artists and people to know that I'm not just grabbing people out of anywhere. I grab this guy because this guy is dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always pushing services and things like that. And there's a reason why. Been doing this for a long time, learning the ins and outs of it. We have phone calls with the execs at the labels and whatever, and they tell me what's coming out and what's due, who needs what. So I know who I need to call. Hey, I need to call Rome. Hey, it's a situation. You need to get on this. So-and-so need to get on this. And there's a reason why. So no, it's not nobody sitting here bragging about each other, whatever. This is what this cat does. This is what I do. This is why we do the same.
Amen.
So that's why.
Amen.
So don't feel like you need to change nothing or whatever. You said what you said. So when did you start being Rome? Like, how do you, I said the apple, don't fall from the tree, but did you always want to do music?
So that's a 2-part question, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, because being Rome is a different thing than just doing music. For me, like, and I talk about it in my last song. My last song is called "Give It to Him." If you guys want to hear that, just type it in on whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyway, in that song, I talk about how when I was growing up, there was parties I wasn't invited to. You know what I mean? There was a lot of things that I knew that were going on, whether that be in parochial school or even high school. Like, as I grew up, it just wasn't. I wasn't it. I just never was.
Okay.
And that's because I didn't have the confidence. Okay. So, I kind of, and I went through a lot of trials in school and stuff. Like I went to 3 or 4 different high schools and it was just a lot. I couldn't really settle anywhere.
Okay.
And I always felt like I didn't have anybody in a way, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Mhm.
like, and that story probably shines through for a bunch of people. So I'm no different. But
Right.
in the difference in me though was I realized real quickly that I really didn't need them. So
There you
like
go.
half the time it wasn't because I wasn't invited that I wasn't there. I wasn't there because I wouldn't have went to your party anyway. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So once I started thinking that, I was like, man, you know what? I'm the shit. And everyone should think that they're the shit. But I know I'm the shit. So you know what? I'm gonna throw my own parties. And
Okay.
I throw parties. Even to this day, I still throw parties. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? And I be throwing bangers in real life.
Oh yeah.
And now those people who weren't invited to or I wasn't invited to parties, guess what party they're invited to though?
Right.
I make sure I invite them.
Oh
I
yeah.
make sure I invite them. You know what I mean? And not even on a vindictive scale.
Yeah.
I wanted to party with y'all before, so come party with me now. And it's so
Yeah.
crazy because like what it ended up being is a different level of confidence for me. Now, not only with the parties that I started throwing, because that's really where it came from.
Mhm.
I started throwing parties that started gaining a lot of people to want to kick it with me, and I never understood why. But at that point, I had already been solidified in the fact mentally that I didn't need them. You know what I mean? So I just started doing me, and it's so crazy because like you know how when you're growing up, if you have a problem as a kid or whatever, your parents, your uncle, or whoever will be like, just be yourself.
Uh-huh.
All I
Right.
had to do was realize that I am myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even at the in my last song, the last piece of the second verse, I say, "Bitch, I'm me." You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so
Period.
you just, and it's an affirmation. Everybody should be like,
Yes.
"Bitch, I'm me." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you are. Everyone's,
Mhm.
and everyone's that dope. So where Rome came from was actually an ideology. It was a way of thinking about myself and how I want to
Okay.
be and just
Mhm.
and executing that. You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
now I'm exactly who I want to be, how I want to be, say what I want to say, act how I want to act,
Yeah.
and I'm getting paid for it.
I guarantee
You know
you're
what I mean? So
successful at it. Yes.
hey, but as far as the music though, um, I was afraid to sing in front of people for a long time. It was at my dad's. Well, I was 16. It was my dad's birthday party in Florida, and I did my first concert. It was in front of 1,000 people,
Wow.
and that was 1,000 people. Um, a few hundred in house, and then we were streaming it, or not streaming it, but you know what I mean. Back then, it was live,
It was
so
broadcasted, right?
it was broadcasted. So there was, and we could see those numbers too. So
Yeah.
that was about 1,000, maybe over 1,000, and I was crapping my pants. I'm not gonna lie to you. And there's actually a video out there, and I'm so happy that it's not the same name. You ain't never gonna find it.
I'm finding
Nobody.
it. I'm looking tonight. I'm looking.
But I
Call
watched
Frank
that
right now.
video.
What's that video?
Hell no. So like sometimes I'll go back and I'll watch that video, and I just see how far I've came because I didn't know what to do. I was petrified, but I stayed singing. I just reminded myself, like, just keep talking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just keep going.
Yeah.
So I did
It'll be
this
over
the
soon.
whole time. I'm like this for the whole show. I didn't
Yeah.
move. I didn't step. I didn't come to the edge of the stage. I didn't come. It was just this
Me
the whole
no.
show.
Right.
And I got done. I said, okay, cool. I did what I saw on TV because that's the only thing I could think of at that point.
Yeah.
But I did it for his birthday. My very
Oh.
first performance was official performance was
Yeah.
on my father's birthday.
Nice.
So it was a gift to him.
Okay.
And not only a gift to him, but a gift to me because I got over my fear of performing and singing in front of anybody.
Wow.
You know what I
Just
mean?
that one performance, did it?
Yeah.
Wow. No, well, thank you for sharing that story because it was like you said, it's two parts, but there was people think, they see us at the end. Like, oh man, Ron dope. They see the studio behind you. Oh, he dope. He got everything is made, but they don't know the backstory, how it got to this point. You know what I'm
tears.
saying? Yeah.
The time we scraped. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like again, a call back to my last song. I'm literally not even trying to do this, but I say, you know that I'm on one and that I've been crowned, huh? How I scraped, I couldn't escape, but sure been a long run. Yo, I got my jog on. You bitches want Rome now, but take us back in the day before the throne, huh? And then I say, I still ended up with everything.
Yep.
So it's funny you said that because like it just coincides, man.
Oh yeah.
But it's about confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the confidence to be able to do what you do and not follow anybody else's plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I need
but of course you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I need these young artists that's watching to hear that, to know, like, man, I don't understand why I ain't where I'm supposed to be or whatever. It would tell you.
You're trying to be somebody else.
Exactly, be you, and the universe will open up. So no, thank you for sharing that story, man. For sure. Now, what is it about music or singing that makes you want to do
Man. So I can actually answer that question. A lot of people might, a lot of artists I feel like might not have this opportunity right here, or the way to explain it that I'm about to. So I'm excited to tell you like this.
it? All right, then.
So like, you know how when you're first starting, you don't have a studio,
Yeah.
and you got to start paying for studio time, or you gotta find a producer who can press record for you. You know what I mean? Or you know, you everyone goes through that learning curve as an artist. You don't just start up one day, you have your own studio, you can just do this. You know what I mean? Like you gotta go through that.
Right.
So even though I had my dad, like I still had to go through this back home because he was always traveling. Ever since as far back as I can remember, he was touring with Selena when I was like 5. You know what I mean? So like he wasn't always there. And it's not to say my dad was never there. My dad was there. But he wasn't there to where I could always use him for, you know, not use him. always have him help me with the music stuff and explain things to me, or you know, I had to learn some of it on my own. He would teach me what he could, and then I had to remember that. Yeah. So like I say that to say this, right? When you're starting up and you're just finding yourself and you're just going like to begin, you kind of are lost. You know? And in order for you to find the artist in you, it's going to take a lot of repetition, and sometimes you don't have the opportunity to go to the studio all the time. You're not going to have the opportunity to do all that stuff, and it's kind of like, you know, you don't get to know yourself. Yeah. But more than anything, as I started growing, I saw my dad had a studio. So instead of going to buy some weed or going to whatever, I would make sure I had my mic. Buy a mic. I'd make sure I had an interface. Yeah. So like I started building so that I could learn. But to answer your question, the reason I say that, it ties back like this. And how many times has this happened to you, where you have everything? You got your whole studio. You could literally make a song yourself right now. And then something happens and your studio's down. You know what I mean? My studio has been down a few times, worse than you could pick it up. You know what I mean? My studio's down right now, technically, you know that. So my studio's down right now. But the reason I say that is like, when your studio's down as an artist, if it doesn't bother you, like if you don't start to feel depressed because like you don't have the ability to do this music, like you're not really in the right industry. Right. And you can tell that by how it affects your mood. Man, like, you know, when I can't use my studio, I'm frustrated all day. And it's just the underlining theme that I'm frustrated. Like, or it could be, I could have everything else. I could be like, okay, you know, every other amenity in the world, and I could be really happy. But if I'm missing my studio, I'm a different person. And that's how I know like this was meant for me. Because when I don't have the abilities, I start to go nuts, which realistically, there isn't one artist I could name. Every person that I know who does music or is a dancer or an actor, we're all a little off anyway. You know what I mean? You gotta be, you gotta be to do this shit. Oh yeah. So you know, we oftentimes think we're solid and we're on top of the world, but all it takes is that one chord did not work at the studio. Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your one shoe did not, the sole broke off. Man. Oh. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, and people think it's solid, but it's so fickle. Ron was like, but I can't get into work, y'all. Let's go eat. I was. So PJ was in the studio with me yesterday. Yeah, he was so sad. We were in the studio yesterday, and man, I can't get my interface. It's my interface. Yeah. And you know, my interface isn't working. And I'm like, you know, that just sucks because I don't know what's going on. I'm doing everything I can. Oh, so I'm sitting here messing with it. Yeah, it's the interface. Damn. I need to go buy a new one. Yeah. I'll just go buy a new one. But it's just some ass because now it's like, you know, like, yeah. So anyway, you know, whatever. But my studio's down right now. So right. No. So everybody knows I'm depressed. If I didn't spell it out for you. I know. Well, but I didn't spell it out for you guys. All right. Keep your head up, man. It's gonna be all right. I will. I will.
Now, you had a 5-year break. You decided, hey, I gotta step away from the mic. Are you happy you made that decision?
Oh, that's a deep question. I love it. So I stepped away from music, and in that time, I fully dove into the hair game, the hair market, the beauty industry.
Mhm.
By trade, I'm a cosmetologist, but I went back and got my master's. And after that, the school hired me, Michigan College of Beauty, to be on their advisory council team. So I'm a council member and a master cosmetologist. At one point, I ended up opening a shop. I had another shop after that, and just not even 30 days ago,
Exactly.
officially, I closed my shop. Like I'm done. I'm not done cutting hair. I'm still doing it, but it's part time, and music is taking
Lead.
the forefront, the lead, and
Mhm.
it's a beautiful thing. It's scary, um, but in a lot of ways, having this having this career, not only does it give you freedom,
Mhm.
but um, it's a very lucrative business if you're good at what you do,
Yeah.
and I've been able to do pretty well, and because of that, I can fund my music. You know what I mean? There's been times when we need a promo plan, and I'm gonna stretch the budget a little bit. I
Yeah.
can throw my own money because it's whatever. You know what I mean? Or okay, my studio's broken. I need an interface. Boom. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we'll get it. Like, but it's
Right.
because of the hair. So I that 5 years that I took away,
Mhm.
I did more as far as credentials than what my 5 year plan for hair was anyway.
Ah,
So,
good. Awesome.
because I had a 5 year plan,
Okay.
you know, I only fell short by one thing.
Okay.
And realistically, COVID was the reason that it
Over.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What I wanted, what I didn't get, I wanted a shop. I wanted multiple shops. I've had two shops at once before. I've ran other shops, so I knew what I was doing when I jumped into this.
Mhm.
But I wanted a shop and I wanted a car or one of those sprinter vans with a barber chair in it, maybe two
Oh,
barber chairs if I can
wow.
get the long ones.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to have my employees whenever there would be a fair or if there was a barber
Oh,
con or
that's
something,
dope. Yeah.
they could take that, and that was and that would be a gimmick for my shop.
No,
So
no.
like that was something I wanted to do, but like I said, I only fell short by one detail.
Yeah. Okay.
If I would have done that, I wouldn't have been able to close my shop though
You wouldn't
right
be
now
able to close it. Yeah. Yeah.
because that would have been right before COVID. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and so what is that? We're almost 2 years into COVID now.
Yeah.
So like,
Maybe
I'm
3.
happy that it worked out how it did,
Yeah.
and I'd do it again. The only thing that I guess I could say was a bother mentally for a minute was I felt like I was wasting my time, like the youth was gonna take over music. But as I keep
Ah,
listening and I feel like my time was passing me. But as I
gotcha.
keep listening and since I've came back, I've done pretty well. But I keep hearing these new artists and a lot of them are 27, 29. You know what I mean? And then I think about like even Nipsey. Nipsey was 35 when he passed away. You know
Mm.
what I mean? And that was his first that was his first studio album that he dropped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not to say he wasn't dropping music before that, but
Oh no, he
his
was
first his first studio
major,
album,
major something. Yeah.
he was 35.
Hmm.
And that's when he first officially blew, like
Right.
because he officially blew up like right before that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, but he's been working for a long time. But I say that because it just gives me, the feel of it.
And the
Even Trey the
motivation.
Truth,
Yeah. Yeah. Keep
one of
going.
Trey the Truth's first songs, he said, I'm 27, or what he said. He said, I'm 31. I've been fucking up for 27. He was 31 on one of his biggest major songs, his first biggest
Yeah.
major songs.
Yeah.
Trey the Truth was. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's not passing you by. Anybody can do this.
Oh
It just
yeah.
depends on your market, what you're talking about, and really,
Yeah.
again, how much of you are.
Yeah. True. True. Good. Good.
So yeah, it
Um.
was a good thing.
Yes, it was. And now one of the once we really, really got into the Patty and Rome or PJ and Rome hanging out and me understanding and seeing what he do. The single that he was dropping, I believe it was My City. And that's the one that went to World Star, right?
Mm-hmm. 1.3 million views on World Star.
Yeah.
You know, we ended up doing so much off of that song. And honestly, that song came about as just about an accident.
Right.
So, you know, happy accident for sure.
For sure, for sure.
With that ability to have that type of range, it really helped my career as well. But, you know, more than anything, I'm just thankful that that song came together the way it did, that I met the people that I met through that song.
Mhm.
And, you know, it really was, we were working, because I don't know if, what was it? Was it that song? Because you were going to do a video for me. No, it was the Hot Tub and a Blunt remix.
Hot Tub,
The
yeah.
the remix we were going to do. But
Yeah.
we ended up not doing the remix video.
Right, right.
Okay. Yeah, man. But as far as My City goes, yeah, that was about the time that we started kicking it, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And
Yep.
of course, I was like, whoa. So shout out to E Real and with a C Stacks. Two cats.
E Real, C Stacks, YT, God Sosa, and The Foe in Detroit at the Russell Center. Shout out to my guys. Love them cats. Those are my dudes. And I was talking to Sosa yesterday.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
cool.
So we're all still in contact.
Nice.
You know, I'm sure we're gonna do another song.
For sure, you should. Definitely. Now the latest single is called Give It to Him.
Give It to Him.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about it, because you know there's a video to that and where you shot it and all that good stuff.
Okay. So Give It to Him is an update on where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. So the last that anybody had heard from me, it was My City. Mm-hmm. Before that, it was Hot Tub and a Blunt, right?
Yeah.
In between that, I had some other songs I did with other people. But I needed to drop something, and I felt like it was important to let people know that not only where I'm at now, because a lot of people haven't done the best through COVID. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
right.
I know a few artists personally that stopped.
Yeah.
Like they just lost their ability.
Yeah.
And that was and call back real quick to the other explanation. That was one thing that got me through COVID was having a studio. You know what I mean? Because you know, if you didn't have a studio and you're one of those artists who was trying to do it without a studio, and you can't go to the studio because it's closed, ain't nobody gonna let you do nothing, and you know, nobody's trying to risk anything.
Right.
You're stuck. And like you said, and a lot of people got stuck and stagnant eventually and stopped.
Yeah.
This is kind of like, even though I'm a little late, this is me letting you know where I'm at coming out of COVID. You know what I mean? And in my career, in my life, in my mindset, my emotions, you know what I mean? Because when Double Take came out, when we're taking it back now, this is a few years ago.
I like that song.
When Double Take came out, I was really going through it, and I was hurt.
Okay.
And you know, that's why I needed a hot tub and a blunt to relax. And then as I'm sitting in there in the hot tub smoking a blunt, I started feeling myself and remembering that I live in this city and it's my city. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And I'm still gonna give it to him. You know what I mean? So like, so it's
the progression.
It's a thing.
I see it.
You know, so it's definitely the wave, and I want people to see, you know, the story that we're building. You know, because it's really a story, and it's really some crazy stuff. And between me, my manager, my team, PR, my you know, shout out to my stepmother Irene, the vice president of Unison Rights in Spain, my dad, you know, Carlos Valderrama, the owner. Like, I mean, I can really go on, but and Jesse Blancart, my manager, I already said him, but I didn't say him. So Jesse, what up, Jesse? So you know, it's just a thing, you know, and it's a serious it's a serious moment in my life and in everybody on my team's life right now, and it's really starting to work out. Everything's going well. So as far as my city go, or not my city, as far as give it to him goes, it's just an update.
Yeah.
And not only is it an update, it's also in a way we dropped it on Halloween, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like a scary story as well.
Yeah.
But that's to keep you guys interested and wanting to watch. And shout out to Cuba Mommy, the gorgeous model that I have in the video,
I know.
and Alex Connor, the guy who shot it, my director and good friend of mine. Eva Bucco, the owner of the Green Boutique, which we're gonna talk about that in 1 second.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's where we shot it. And you know, everybody else, Beba Taylor, the makeup artist, she did good. So you know what I mean? We did our thing, all of us did our thing. And then of course my father.
No doubt.
Shout out to my dad.
I think he did the track, didn't he?
Yep, he did the track, which was an ode to Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
He has his status symbol part 2. We not shouted it out, but we credited it, cited it in the front in the front end of the video. One of the quotes and where it came from. And then when you hear this song, if you know Status Symbol 2 with featuring Buddy, you'll recognize the beginning. And it's kind of just not a play off that, but you know, it's been inspired by it.
Yeah.
And you know, but as far as where we shot it, I can go on and on about that place. I love first off, I love the staff, and shout out to the Green Boutique in Barcelona, Spain. It is beautiful. Patty's actually been there.
Oh yeah.
And you know, every time we go, we're just I know I'm fried.
Right.
I know I'm fried. So I don't know about anyone else, but if you guys are smokers and you happen to find yourself in Barcelona, this is definitely where you're gonna want to go.
The Green yes.
The Green Boutique. And I really would implore you to make sure that if you're anywhere close, stop in, because not only is it a beautiful place, it's truly beautiful. You walk in,
yes.
It's almost futuristic. You walk through this door that's like tempered glass. It's nuts.
Right.
And then you go through, and they beep you in again, and now you're in there. In fact, you can, if you watch Give It to Them, you can
see it. Yeah.
That you can see it. You can see it in the video. So it's just I don't know. It's a wild thing. You can really see the whole place. And again, shout out to Eva and all the Green Boutique for letting us even shoot there. And and we had a great day that day. And then I know that when you went, you had a good time too. Eva happened to be coming home that day.
Yeah.
I think was from
London.
England or London. Yeah.
London, yeah.
And she didn't get a chance to
get in time. Yep. To get in time.
Yep.
So I missed it. But we're gonna get you, Eva. We're coming back.
We definitely are gonna, and I'll be there next month. So shout out to everybody and get ready, because we're gonna kick it and have some fun. Next month meaning December. So what is that, tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah, you'll be on the plane soon, man.
So this month almost.
So,
but yeah.
Well, I like the song. I like the video. Good job on your team for making that happen. And man, you excel. I think one of the other videos you guys haven't seen, like you say, he's had several other singles. But one of the one he did with this young lady, and the video was like a movie. It's like you're watching a movie. They go all out when they do their videos, which I love. And you know, it's the storyline and everything. So, man, you guys do big. So I love it. I love it. So
that video was No Reason by Dahlia Chi.
Yeah.
Who was, I think she came, what was it, second place at the Voice France.
Mm-hmm.
And it was second place at the Voice France, and I believe she won Arab's Got Talent.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. And so shout out to Dahlia Chi, one of my best friends in the industry. I'm gonna see her next month as well. We'll probably go live and stuff, so follow her. I am Dahlia Chi on Instagram. So, you know, and then she's doing her thing. She's a great artist. I mean, truly one of the greatest singers I've ever heard live and in the studio. And super follower. She's huge and a very, very good person, solid person, stays true to herself, and definitely walks the right path in life. Nothing but love.
Mm-hmm. It's always important for you guys to have the right people in your circle and keep your circle small and short as possible. And right now, Ron, you're doing it the right way. Keep doing it.
Thank
What are your goals? Because I know you're going to be dropping. I believe you're dropping a complete full album in 2022.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. What's our plans to just blow that sucker up? What we doing? Are we going a tour? Are we doing more traveling? What are we doing?
So I'm always traveling.
Yeah.
I'll be moving actually to Europe in 2022.
Okay.
So being over there is going to give me a lot of access to the different countries that I want to perform in.
Okay.
You know, one of the first is probably going to be France, and I know I'll be in some of the Arab countries as well. It's going to
Mhm.
be a great time. And as far as the album, that's before the album. But
Yeah.
after the album,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, y'all. Hold on. You got to messing with his earpiece and turn this off. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna chime back in and we'll get back to his story.
yo.
What's up? What's up, man? You touched your earpiece and we went out.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all
I
right.
forgot
It's all
that's
right.
how that works.
Yeah, it's all right. So you remember where you was
So
at?
yes, so we have a tour coming, and this is looking like it's gonna be incredible. There's
Awesome.
quite a few countries on the list, some festivals, and all of them have showed interest. So now that COVID's just on its way, at least we're past the curve. We're
Yeah,
headed in the right direction, and
yeah,
hopefully we stay that way.
yeah.
As far as the rest of the world's concerned,
Hmm.
we'll be able to travel and we'll be able to do everything we need to do and get these shows back, really start doing what we need to do as artists and starting to get back to normal.
Well, congratulations on that. Look forward to seeing you everywhere, man.
I'm very excited.
Yes, yes. Now, so for those that don't know, your girl PJ will also be moving to Barcelona, not at the same time as Rome, but I will be headed that way, and you can blame Rome for that. Uh,
Yes. So we'll have
uh,
to do one on the beach one day.
no doubt.
And oh
Oh,
my
that'll
God,
be
what a
great. That'll
show.
be awesome.
What a show. Yes. Or I can smoke a blunt on the beach in
Sipping,
Spain like
exactly. Sipping on some pina coladas. So, Rome, what are you doing today?
this.
Exactly. She passes it for sure. For sure. So yes, I'm gonna jump to that question. I'm just gonna say Barcelona, dude. I know you said you've lived there at one time, and now you're going back to officially live there like forever. Um, what do you like about Spain? I love it. It's just paradise to me. So, what you got?
So I've been on and off in Barcelona specifically for like my first time going. I think it was right after high school. It was between 18 and 19. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Years old for me. And I've been just about like twice, three times a year,
man. Yeah,
almost you know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's really another home for me. And I would like it to be my forever home.
yeah.
Um, there's a city that's close to it
Mhm.
called Sitges, and that's where I want to live forever. I have goals beyond the music,
Yeah,
and we talked about that the other day.
yeah, yeah,
Things I want to do in not that this isn't real life, but there's just I have a specific retirement plan,
yeah.
and it's just a piece of one of the things I want to do,
Yeah.
but I've already set my mind in motion for this, and I do what I set my mind to.
Yes,
So
you do, and
I
you do it.
I I know this is gonna happen. I know that I'm gonna be able to be there, and the biggest thing for me about Spain and specifically Barcelona is the vibe, the
Yes.
feel of it. It's not like anything I've ever felt before. I've been to different countries and I've stayed in them and had some fun, but none of them feel like Spain. And more than Spain, none of them feel like Barcelona. Feel like that area of Spain.
Yeah.
It's just there's something magical about it. As cheesy as
It
it
is.
sounds,
It is.
as
I
cheesy
don't
as
know
it
how to
sounds,
explain it. Yes, exactly. That's if you have to describe it. Yeah.
it,
It
it
makes
it's amazing.
yes.
It's like being from Michigan and shout out to the other states too. And I'm sure you guys' states are dangerous.
No doubt.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is though, is like, you know, from certain areas in Michigan, like, you know, you don't even get out to pump your gas, you know,
Right.
and sometimes going for a walk can be dangerous,
Yeah.
and even, you know, just trying to sit in your car in certain areas, you'll get bothered,
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that you don't
and
feel that way in Spain.
they don't do
Barcelona.
anything. They don't do anything like that. You know, I never noticed that we kind of walk around on edge and tense all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm in Spain, Barcelona, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
what'll happen is like I'll realize for maybe the first day or two, I'm walking around. Look at you, I got you. You see
Oh,
that?
you
I
did.
got you. So so I walk around and it's like I almost feel like my fists are clenched, or that I need to watch and make sure, like, you know, nothing's gonna
Right.
happen. I mean, maybe the people over there would feel differently, but coming from what we've seen, and you know this,
Uh-huh.
it's cake.
Yeah.
It's I can put my guard down just about, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's just, I don't know. There's something about the people there that they're willing to help you. They're
Mhm.
and not only just help you, but almost go above and beyond to make sure you know that you're solid.
Yeah.
And there's been a few times I've been lost, and I don't know where I'm going in the city, and people will guide you and they'll walk you halfway there. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and
Exactly. Yeah. Keep
the
going.
thing is like, even that sounds crazy because over here it's like if I get lost, I'm not gonna counsel someone else. Like, and if I do, I'm not letting them walk me halfway.
I know,
You know what I
right?
mean? Like,
Yeah.
but over there it's different. Like something like that could happen, and
Mhm.
it's wild. You never know because like you could end up having a whole adventure for a day.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Man.
really like when you leave your apartment or you leave your house or you leave your flat or whatever you live in over there,
Yeah.
you know that you're not gonna be home right away. It's
Oh no.
never gonna be just a I'll be right back. Like
No.
it's
No.
kind of not, you know.
Several hours later. Yes.
Yeah, like seriously several hours later.
Yes.
I mean, there have been days where I'm like, I might need to take a change of clothes because we're gonna be gone for almost until tomorrow morning. Like, you know, so
Yep.
and I mean, even the clubs, some of the clubs don't close until,
What,
you
four
know,
in the
four,
morning?
four,
Yeah.
5, 6,
Yeah.
and then the after party opens at 7. Like, hold
Right.
on, man. Like, you know, like this is the
Exactly.
next day already. Like,
Right.
so, you know, and that's another thing. That's a credit to what I'm saying. Clubs couldn't stay open all night like that here.
Nope.
No, they couldn't. And the after hours couldn't run like that either.
At all.
And not only that, and I don't know, I haven't seen it in a few years, but I'll tell you what I used to see in Barcelona, I had never seen before pertaining to the clubs.
Yeah.
Uh, it would be Sunday morning,
Yeah.
going to get breakfast,
Uh-huh.
and you're at a, you know, they got those circles where people just
Mhm.
drive. It's like a roundabout, but they're
Yeah.
huge in Europe.
Yeah.
You'd be sitting by a roundabout, and there's always that island in the middle of the roundabout.
Yeah.
I was eating breakfast with my father and Irene one time, and I looked over, and there's this dude, and then like not too far from him, this chick laying there, and they're both dressed like they just left the club, and it's Sunday morning.
Right.
They're asleep. I'm thinking maybe they're bums. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
okay, they
Right.
because we see that here, you know, you see
Yeah.
the bums
Yeah.
laying there, but these were regular party goers, like from the night before. They
Right.
passed out in a high traffic volume area.
In the
And I'm
roundabout.
thinking, man, somebody ran their pockets. It's through for them. No, they're good. Now, not to say that there isn't pickpockets. There
Oh,
is. You gotta
there
watch.
is. Yes.
But they're not gonna run up and run you in the middle of the day like that.
Uh-uh.
They're gonna if they're gonna do it, they're gonna steal real quick and dip and be gone.
Yeah.
It's not some, oh, this guy's sleeping. Let me real quick come over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, it ain't that.
Right.
So there's elements of safety there that are just so different, and you can see it.
Hey, different. Yes.
I don't see that girl, and I'm gonna say this lightly. She was pretty,
Yeah.
okay, laying there asleep
Yeah.
in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
That's some dangerous stuff. Hold on one second.
Uh-huh. And he's telling the truth, y'all. Oh my God. It's like you know, you go on a vacation, you go, this is so pretty to witness, and woo, I'll be back. No, it was the kind of visit I was like, I don't think I'm going to retire. Okay. It was just, you just feel like home. You just want to be there. And that's how it felt for
My
me.
bad.
No, you
And
can.
it is. It's very homey. It has that magic feel. There's a few things, PJ, that when you come out, I'm gonna make sure we do.
Oh yeah, no
'Cause,
doubt.
there's just some things that needs. I feel like every person is gonna need to see a few of these things that I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, no
You know what I
doubt.
mean? And
Yeah.
and between the landmarks and just the peace that you feel, the overwhelming support from the people, and it's a lot of love. When somebody there cares about you, they really care.
Oh yeah.
It's not because solidly if someone over there doesn't like you, they're gonna let you know too. It's not
Right.
some I'm gonna be cool with him until whatever, and maybe I
Yeah.
can not. They don't even have the patience for that. I don't like you know what I mean? Like and okay, good. I don't like you either.
Yeah, moving on.
And
Exactly.
then the next thing is it's never so what's up? It's always
Yeah.
I don't like you, bye. You know what I mean? Like, all right, bye,
Yeah.
whatever. And then
Exactly.
you're never gonna see that person for real.
Right.
I mean, because it's like Times Square in New York, always, everywhere.
That's
It's
true.
just you're not gonna see that person again.
Yeah.
Like that person could live a mile down the street from you, but you remember how we're saying, like
Yeah.
you're gonna leave in the morning and be gone all day.
Yeah.
Well, so are they. You
Yeah.
think you're gonna be at the same spot? There's
Yeah.
a million bars. There's a million cool little areas. There's so many different spots to go to. You ain't never seeing your enemy again.
You know
They,
what?
they might
That
as well just
Yeah, I know, right?
peace.
You know, that's one of those spots they should do. What's the car racing game? San Juan or the car racing one where they be driving around and they be knocking people over. The video game. Was it Vegas?
GTA?
No, it wasn't GTA. What is this? The
You
one
talking about the car racing?
yeah, the car racing game, and while you play the game all day. It was a San Juan. One was in Vegas, and I think one was in LA.
Was it Midnight Club?
Nope, not Midnight Club. We're getting closer, but that video game, they need to do Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Getting the
Man,
Barcelona.
I
It'd be
wish they
so
would do
dope.
Barcelona in some of these games, man, because it would be
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, it would
I've
be
seen
so-
Paris. I've
Yeah.
seen a bunch of them. I've
Yeah.
never seen Detroit. I've never seen Barcelona.
Yeah.
And those are two I'd love to play in.
Detroit is in Burnout.
Detroit's in Burnout.
Yeah.
Is it cold?
Oh, it's nice. Very nice.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get burnt out. We have to. I'm gonna see what's up with that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
They need to do GTA Detroit.
Exactly.
Let us really have some
That'd
fun.
be dope. Oh yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. Now you said that you had a Grammy story.
No, I said I don't. My Grammy story will be that I don't have one.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, I told you.
I missed it. And the wine and the blunt, I missed it.
It happens.
Exactly.
It happens. Yeah, I had actually because we were talking about that. I said I got a Grammy story too. You're like, oh, okay. I said it'll be that I don't have one.
Oh yeah, no,
But that was as far as it went.
that is funny as hell. All right, so you mentioned something. You touched on it a little about the music industry now. Do you like the direction that it's going?
So I'm actually gonna do a callback to something I watched last night.
Okay.
So Bobby Valentino's manager, her name is Melinda Santiago, and
Okay.
shout out to her. I was watching her live last night,
Okay.
and she was on Snub 33 magazine
Mhm.
live or something like that,
Okay.
and she was saying that for some of her artists, like because she's Pleasure P's manager, one of the managers of Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky,
Yeah.
and she's Bobby V's manager and a few other people.
Right.
She was saying that sometimes it's difficult for artists now because if you're not the type of person to do to go live, or if you're not the type of person to do these TikToks and stuff, like
Yeah.
you almost are gonna start to fall to the wayside.
Okay.
And it'll become difficult for you to remain relevant because the way that the industry is right now, between TikTok and Instagram, Twitter's a staple at this point, but between TikTok and Instagram, it's basically like if you're not on your game, you could be doing way better. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
but
Okay.
it depends on what type of person you are. And some artists are reclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna see, and unless I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, whoever decides to correct me, you got it.
Right,
But
right. No doubt, no doubt.
you're not gonna see Marilyn Manson, I don't believe, on TikTok
You're
doing a
not.
TikTok dance.
You're
You're
not.
not gonna see, you know, if Michael Jackson was here, you're not gonna see that. You definitely aren't gonna see Prince. There are certain artists.
Yeah.
I don't think Justin Timberlake's doing much on there. Like,
Right.
you know, there's just a certain level of artistry that you're not gonna do that. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see. I see. Let's go to today's artist, Lil Baby. I've seen Lil Baby on other people's TikToks, but I
Yeah.
haven't. And he's kind of trying to do a dance or whatever. And
Yeah.
one of the girls, you know, Coil Ray is trying to get
Yeah.
him to do some dance. And you know, it's funny to see him do it because this isn't what them guys do.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and you know, it's not what they do, and they're gonna do it because it looks cool. That was a one-off. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's really not gonna happen again. Like
Yeah.
there's
No doubt.
a few people who just aren't gonna do it. And you know, for me, I feel like I've been doing music for a long time, for me, over 10 years. So like my thing is like, am I really gonna start making TikToks? I guess I will, because pretty soon I'll have time, and where
Right.
I'm gonna live is gonna be beautiful, and I want to show
Oh,
that.
show that.
But if
Definitely.
if it wasn't the case, no. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
got to be circumstantial. You
Yeah.
know, like if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And that's not to say I'm not feeling TikToks. I got some, but my numbers aren't there on TikTok, and it's
Right.
just
Right.
because
Yeah.
that's not what I'm doing.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know. So as far as where the industry's at now, as opposed to where it was even when I started, which, you know, it doesn't even seem like that long ago, but
Yeah.
you know, even 5 years, two
Yeah.
years, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy how fast this world moves, and the way the entertainment industry is like right now, because you could be here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like,
It's true.
you know, I'm not going to name any names, but I want to say this, and this will get people to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying nobody's name, but um there's a duo that had a song that was viral on TikTok not too long ago.
Okay.
And you know, it was not too long ago. By that I mean within a month
Yeah.
time.
Uh-huh.
And it blew up, and it's gone just about. The
Yeah.
waves are that quick. And
Oh yeah.
and if you don't capitalize on that wave, you don't ride the wave. I mean, you underwater, and it
Yeah.
just is
That's
what it
true.
is. So
Yeah.
it's difficult for artists who, like for me, I was having a conversation about this today. And PJ, you know this too. I'm sure you probably feel the same way.
Mhm.
Artists like us will take time on our songs. You know
Man,
what I mean?
yes. Yes.
Like a song. I have a few songs I've been sitting on for a year. They're not finished yet, and I'm still putting them together.
Yeah.
And it's really, you know my writing process.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there listening, and I'm really thinking deep, and I'm trying to think not just what will rhyme, but how can I say this in a way that's gonna not only fit my character, but fit my intelligence level, to where I'm not gonna feel like I'm dumbing myself down, but at
Yeah.
the same time make it fit today's industry, because I can't go too high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kind of gotta find your range there,
Yeah.
and it gets difficult on artists who work to that capacity
Right.
and really put everything into it. And not to say that other artists don't put anything into it, but I know a few artists who are popping, and they release a song every
Man.
3 days.
I would
You know what
say
I mean?
every week or
And,
whatever. Yeah.
and every week or whatever, and it's just constant, and they could do 3, 4, 5 songs a day. I
Yeah.
know. I there's one artist I know, he makes 13 songs a day,
Ooh,
and the thing is like, again, nothing to nobody, but your your content is gonna lack
yep.
substantiality.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Um,
Like there's no substance to what you're doing. There can't be.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then it becomes difficult for an artist like me, and for you, I'm sure the same, that really sit and spend time with those songs, really lay in bed and play that instrumental over and over and over. When these other cats are in there like, all right, I got this, and they say whatever, and
Yeah.
then they cut it off and say whatever, and cut it off
Yeah.
and say whatever, until now you
Yeah.
got something, and they put it
Yeah.
together, and it works.
Uh-huh. But our
but
difference. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
there's just lasting power is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that just the process that you just described of us putting the time in and making sure that the song is solid. But once we put it out and we do what we do, it becomes a song that can be lasting forever. Everybody's gonna come back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that's a
Exactly.
solid song. You know, they're gonna remember, oh yeah, that song. That's that difference. And so no,
Yep.
keep doing what we're doing. We're gonna be all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the industry's in a different direction, but the fundamentals are the same.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I still, you will still catch me at the conferences. You're
Oh
still
yeah,
gonna
no doubt.
catch me
Yeah,
at the forums.
yeah,
You're still gonna catch me, trying to figure out
yeah.
what the new laws are,
Yep.
or whatever it is, because there's things that now, because of those artists like me and where the other ones don't even know what the forum is. They don't know where you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
what they would even do there. Well,
Yep.
what you do there is learn to be an artist.
Uh-huh.
It's at the end of the day, and I learned this from one of my best friend's fathers told me once, and he was a rapper. He said it's called the music business. He
Mhm.
said the word music is this big
Yeah.
and business is this big. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
like, what's bigger? The business aspect,
Yeah.
and the artists. And I was just saying this yesterday. Britney Spears is fell short to that. Unfortunately for her, she didn't have control of her career like that.
Yep.
She didn't have the knowledge to do everything that she needed to do, and nobody took the time to show her, and
Yep.
nobody on her team,
Yeah.
was really on her team for real.
Yeah.
And because of that, she was in a position. But thank God,
Yeah.
and
She just
shout
got
out to
it.
Brittany
Yeah.
and everything that's happened for
Stuck
her
with
this
it.
year,
Yep.
because she's officially a free agent. She's owns her own stuff. She's good now. She's free.
Mhm.
And that type of freedom is something that she'll never lose again, because
Never.
it took a while for her to get it back. But also, I bet you if you were to ask her some questions now, as opposed to before this happened to her, she's probably a different artist.
All the
You
way.
know,
All the way. Yeah.
and it takes an artist to want to know these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if they don't want to know, you're going to get screwed over.
Oh
All of a
yeah.
sudden, you're not making the money you need to be making, or you should be making, and everyone else is making about
Yeah.
as much as you. You're making half. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's just, it really depends on the artist in today's market, and how they're going to last, and if they're going to last. Because if you want to learn about the industry and you want to be in this industry, you know, industry is a word there. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
business. It's not just, I'm gonna rock the gold chains and the grills and look, the part for nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can rock all that shit. I'm a testament to it, but it's not for nothing.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Now, if you could work with anybody, one person right now, who would you work with in art in the industry?
Alive,
Huh?
alive.
Yeah. A lot.
Okay, sorry.
Nah. Nah. Nah.
It's just, I have a main person. So really, my who I've wanted to work with for a long time, I got two.
Okay. Go for it.
Who I wanted to work with for a long time. One of my biggest influences in the game was Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky,
Okay.
and um, I can't say too much right now,
Right.
but what I can say is that dream might become a reality.
Good.
And so,
Yeah.
I hope everything works out the way it's looking like it is, and if it does, awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, let's see.
Well, who was the main one that you wanted that must not be alive?
Well, huh?
Who was the main one that you said must not be alive? Who was that?
It was Nipsey.
Oh,
And shout out to Nipsey's team. Shout out to Rollo, his producer, a friend of mine.
yeah.
His some of his family. I know Tanisha and a few other people.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, it would have been Nipsey for sure. He was a big reason why I wanted to even own a business, and why I thought that could be anything in my realm of possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it would have been Nipsey. And being that he's not here anymore,
Yeah.
I'd have to say Pleasure P. But if I had to bring it up to today,
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with I'd probably want to work with Lil Baby
Okay.
for real.
Yeah.
You know, he's
I feel
really
that.
good
I feel
and extremely talented.
that.
You know, another one, honestly, Jack Harlow's pretty cold.
Okay.
Like, I really think Jack Harlow's cold.
Okay.
His rhyme schemes are incredible, to be honest with you.
Cool. Not
So,
bad.
you know, there's a few.
Yeah.
You know, there's some females I'd like to work with as well. And the industry, you know, I can go into a few industries. There's a female in the Asian market I really want to work with.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some Latin artists I really want to work with.
Nice.
You know what I mean? There's a few.
Uh-huh.
So it just depends. But
Yeah.
but really, I just want to work. So like anybody wants to
I feel
work,
that.
hit me up.
Let's
You
go.
know what I
Let's
mean?
go. Right.
Because it's all music. It's all music at this point.
You got any shout outs?
I want to give a shout out to my mother.
Okay.
I love you. I'm sure she's watching. I want to give a shout out to you, PJ.
Oh, thank you.
And then I want to give a shout out to I guess just my team. You know, Jesse Blancart. I want to give a shout out to Eva. Obviously, my dad, Irene, Carlos, everybody I named already.
Yeah.
And then really the viewers. Shout out to the viewers for wanting to be here, for making it a point in your day to come and watch. And you know, it's just shout out to who? Jonathan Connor.
Yeah. Oh no,
Coleman, my bad. Oh yeah, John Connor is another person I know. Well, shout out to both of them, but shout out to Jonathan Coleman. Listen, shout out to Gallo from the 2 shows ago.
Oh yeah.
That's my homie. I didn't even get to tell you, that's my guy for real.
Yeah.
And I watched his show, by the way, and that was dope. It was cool. I got to learn a lot about him I didn't know. So you know, and you know, there's so many people we could sit here and shout out. PJ.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anybody who's watching, anybody who's watching, and anybody who I missed, look, you know who you are, and you know that I love you. You know it's all love over this way. So shout out to people watching. Shout out to everyone on my team. Shout out to PJ for having me on the show. Thank you.
No doubt. And where can people find you on social media?
All of my social media is a fluid name. So it's Rome Lucio, and you can put that anywhere. It'll pop up. So that's, you know, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, Snapchat, whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
All of it. And TikTok.
No doubt. Well, I want to thank you for being on my show. I've learned a lot. I hope people like the interview, learn some things. He's got music out right now. We'll give it to him. It's out right now, as well as the video. So make sure you guys go check it, share it, and comment, leave a good, all that good stuff. And
yes,
2022 is a lot coming up from this cat and his team. He's worth the time and energy and whatever to check him out. You guys, this is Ron Lucio. What up, though, man? Thank you so much for being on my show. Love ya, and I'll check you out next time. All right.
Definitely. All right, PJ.
All right,
peace.
man. Yeah. Bye-bye.
We should get impossible, parallel to incredible, physically untouchable, visibly unattainable. We should get impossible, parallel to incredible, that's physically untouchable, lyrically undestructible. We should get impossible, parallel to incredible, physically untouchable, visibly unattainable. We should get